guys made it to the call. I can see a couple of people that are on here, and I'm so glad you guys made it. So we're going to get right into it. I know that you guys are all very busy, and we want to respect Blake's time as well. Blake, for those of you who are on the call and aren't familiar with him, Blake is your upline superstar sponsor, Diamond Coach. Blake is a 9-star Diamond. He's one of the founding coaches for our company, and he is committed to helping us reach whatever goals we have with his business, and that's why he's on this call with us today. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to turn the call over to him, and I'm going to tell everybody, if you have pen and paper, please take it out and be prepared to take notes. So Blake, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Karen. Well, everybody, welcome to the call. This will be actually not a very long webinar at all, unless you have some questions, which we can try answering. If you do have a question, in your upper right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little box up there, and you can submit your questions. And then once we're done, I will answer them, or Karen can as well. And like Karen said, if you can see up here, we want to make sure you have a pen and paper or pencil. It's not for taking notes. We're going to be doing something else with that too. You can, of course, take notes, but I need you to have that pen and paper because we're going to do a little 2-minute drill here that will be kind of fun and not probably what you're thinking. So I'm going to give you a little overview of how this came about. And so Angie and I, for those of you who are familiar with it, we're very fond of Mr. Eric Worre, and we use his book, GoPro, 7 Steps to Become a Network Marketing Professional, and if you're a part of Karen's team, I'm sure many of you are on that too, or using that book, or have read it, and it's like the Bible of network marketing, especially for if you're just starting out. But we also became kind of friends with Eric and his wife, Marina, and they invited us to his 50th birthday party in Las Vegas this past July. And when you were somebody like Eric, he, the circle he travels in are, people that make millions and millions in this profession. So we had the good fortune to be able to, of course, rub elbows and talk with these individuals and find out, what's working for them, what are they doing, and stuff like that. And long story short is we actually have some acquaintances there that we've known in the profession for quite some time. We started in a company with them, probably like 10 years ago or more, actually more than that, probably like close to 15 or more, and got to know these two people, and we just kind of, stay in touch mildly throughout the years, but we just started talking, and they came up, they have a company that they're hugely successful in. It's a worldwide company, but they started consulting with a new company, and for that they wanted to test a concept that this gal Lisa came up with, and it actually exploded their business. They took 6 people into this brand new company that had never done network marketing, and they turned that into over 250 people in 6 weeks. And so they proceeded to explain, because they're very open. They know that there's more than enough wealth out there and people and things like that 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 they can share their what worked. And so they've taken kind of some stuff that you may have done already, and they've turned it on kind of on its nose, so to speak, and they've kind of focused it, and that's what you're going to learn tonight. Like I said, this will be a very short presentation, and here again, if you came in late, feel free to put your questions in the upper right-hand corner, and I'll do my best to answer them after this is done, presentation. So with that, we'll kind of get going here. So this is going to be a powerful system. It's been proven. So like I said, they've done this over and over with this new company, so it works, and we're just implementing it into our organization. It's going to help explode your business, your volume. Of course, what you're probably looking for the most is your income. It's going to eliminate a lot of the fears you might have, of asking people. Some people are uncomfortable with, doing the challenge groups, or maybe if you're like we are, we built the business by talking about the business opportunity, which the company's kind of gotten away from now. But some people still build that way by talking about, making money, because there's a lot of people out there and struggling with making money. So, and you don't have to try and get them on, Shakeology Home Direct, at least out of the gate, with what we're going to share with you. You're not going to be chasing people. That's a lot of people. You call somebody up and then they, okay, I'll get back with you. Let me think about it type stuff. We're going to kind of eliminate that. So here's something that Lisa told us, and it makes kind of sense because we've been doing this for almost 8 years now with Team Beachbody. And you're going to find that your friends and your family are not your future business partners. We don't have any family members that are actually building the business or ever have. We've had them sign up or to help us out type stuff early on, but you'll find, generally speaking, that your family and friends are not your future business partners, but they are your future customers. And that's what this system is going to educate you about. And the big distinction here I want you to understand, this is your future. These people, your family and friends, are going to be your future customers with how this system works. And we'll get to that, and that'll become more clear as I continue with this presentation for you. So, off the top of your head, I really want you to participate in this. This is going to be a little bit of an active participation from you. So with that, I really want you to think some very close friends, co-workers, relatives, brother, sister, or other family members, mom, dad, cousins, whatever, that would do anything for you. I mean, that you would do anything for them. Meaning, if they called you up and asked you for a favor, you would, without fail, you would do whatever favor that they asked you without hesitation. Let's say they called you up and said, hey, I've got this, couch I need moved over, from this place to this place. Would you come over real quick, or could you come over this weekend and help me out? And without hesitation, you would actually do that. You wouldn't even think about it. It wouldn't even be something like, well, no, you just do it because that person's close to you. Let's say this person, one of these people that's going to be, on this list, their car broke down on the side of the road, or you broke down on the side of the road. Would they come and help you? Or in your case, would you come and help them? So these are the types of people I want you to be thinking about, are the types of people that without hesitation you would do anything for them. Now let's say one of these people knocked on your door and they said, hey, they got their daughter there, or you run into them somewhere and they got their daughter and they want to sell you some Girl Scout cookies and they're asking you to buy a box. Well, without hesitation, you would just buy that box of cookies because that's a friend of yours that you have known for many years or whatever, and without hesitation you'd buy a box, but you'd probably even buy two because they're that close of a person to you. So here's a 2-minute drill. I want you to take out your pen and paper and write down the first and last names of about 20 people you know that you would do anything for them, okay, if they called you. So without hesitation, if they called you, you would go there right now and help them move that furniture. You would help them not fix their car, but you'd help them on the side of the road, pick them up. You'd help them no matter what. So this is not the average person that you run into once in a while. I want you to make a list of 15 to 20 people or so right now. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do it, and because it's really important that you do this because you're going to see what this means as we go through the rest of this training. So this is not a list of just everybody like when we're talking about building your list with Team Beachbody. You write down everybody without thinking about who these people are. This list, I want you to think about who these people are and do it right now. And just write down as many as you can. You have to, no emails, no phone numbers. Just write down 15 to 20 people that you can think of that you would do this for right now. So I'm going to do a little something here from Carl Deichler, the Beachbody We Are Family, while this 2 minutes is going. So 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. So here again, who's somebody, if they called you, you would be there for them? So I want to make sure you guys do this. Really write down the names. Just get 15 to 20 people. Think about it. This person called you up and said, can you really help me? I need right now you to come over and help me do whatever. You would do this. Okay, we've got a minute left. Keep keep on going. You can do this in 2 minutes. This is easy to do. I did it. I actually came up with a lot more when I first did it. And so simple to think of. These are really important people in your life that you would do this for. Okay, we're about 30 seconds left. Come on, let's do it. You know these people. These are important people in your life. Mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt, close coworker that you have lunch with on a regular basis, your best friends. "15 seconds. Catchy little tune, isn't it? Should see the video. All right. There we are, 2 minutes. So hopefully you got 10, 15, 20 people you just put on a list of very, very important people in your life that you know you would drop everything for at any time if you had to. So now here's where we're going to put a little twist on this list of people. So these are people that you would do anything for. If they knocked on the door and said, "Hey, will you buy these cookies from me? Hey, can you help me move this thing?" You would be there right now. You wouldn't even think about it if you had the opportunity. I mean, you weren't at work or in a place where you just couldn't do it. But that type of person where you wouldn't think about, I don't know, I'm not, why don't you go find somebody else to do that? We're not real close type thing. These are your close people. Now, here's what I want you to think about. So if you would do this for these people, meaning if you would help them with whatever their request is from you, if they called you up, whatever that request is, and you would help them, it's very safe to say that they would do the same thing for you. Meaning, if you called them up tomorrow, tonight, whatever it was, and you asked them, "Will you help me move this?" or "Will you help me with that?" So look at the names on that list that I hope you took the time to make. You got 2 minutes and a catchy little tune from Carl Deichler and team, and that should have, got your brain thinking and everything. So look at that list that you have. And if you didn't do it, then you have to do it after the call, and Karen's going to basically chase you down if you don't.
Yep.
She told me that. So important. So the names, if you look at them, these aren't acquaintances. These aren't someone you just met a couple weeks ago that you really don't know. Maybe it's a new friend, but you're just kind of establishing that relationship. It's not a coworker that you maybe bump into the break room, or you bump in the street somewhere and you kind of go, "Hey, what's up?" Kind of do a little head thing or whatever. These are people, here again, not your buddy from high school that you haven't seen in 20 years and you just bumped into them on Facebook. These are not the people I want on. Should not be on that list. So your list should consist of people, here again, that think about this if you're a girl. I was trying to think of a relationship to a guy thing similar to, but if you bought the Girl Scout cookies from, right? So when you were younger, these people would have bought your Girl Scout cookies from you. Now that they're older, if they're still your friend and that relationship and things like that, and you call them up, they would buy Shakeology from you, but with a twist. And this is where this gets a little bit different, and this is what's kind of the secret sauce, if you will, to the system. So this group of people that you have on your list, there is now your contact list. So what I want you to do, I want you to call every one of these people on this list over the next 7 days. Remember, these are your close, tight friends that you would do anything for them and they would do anything for you. And you're going to ask them to do one simple thing. You're going to ask them to purchase 1 bag of Shakeology from you, 1 time. It's not on Home Direct. You're simply going to ask them to do you a huge favor and purchase 1 bag of Shakeology once. So think about that. Now you're going, okay, well, let's say I'm not going to get my Success Club points. It's no Home Direct, so I'm not going to get an order the following month. Well, yeah, you can, and that's where this comes in. Why would I only ask them to buy 1 bag? Well, that is a good question. I know everybody's going, wow, this guy's like one of the leaders in our company. He's asking us to buy, sell him 1 bag of Shakeology 1 time. So what you're doing here, you're asking this person or these people to help you out with your new business. If some of you have been in here a while and you have kind of run into some struggles and stuff, you can still, it still works because you're kind of resetting your business with this system, basically, and you're going to call them if you haven't. You may have called some of these people already and they said no, but you're going to call them and ask them to do you. The key here is to help, you want them to help do you a huge favor. And what's cool about this, when you ask somebody to buy a business opportunity or Shakeology or a workout program or challenge pack or whatever, that's a buying decision for some people. They're going, oh man, I don't know. I mean, that's $130. But it's not. This is not a buying decision for them because you're asking them to do you a favor. And I'm going to give you a little script here. See, this is not a, Shakeology is $129.95, and if you sit there and they go, yeah, can you get Shakeology? I want to get you on Home Direct, and you can get it every month, and it comes automatically, and then somebody's going to add up into the brain. They're going to be going, wow, that's $130 to $1,500 for a year. They're asking me to drop $1,500 over the next year for this stuff, and I don't even know what it is. And they want me to buy it on Home Direct, and what's Home Direct, and I don't want the stuff coming every month, and blah blah blah. So this is not a can I or this help out person decision. This is a can I or am I willing to help out this person? So this doesn't become, it's not the buying decision, it's not a cost decision unless they really don't have the money, and I got something to help you with that as well. This is a can I or am I willing to help you out type of decision. So it's a big shift when they're thinking, they want me to buy something or they want me to get into a business opportunity versus I want you to try something for me. I want you to do me a huge favor. And here's a little sample script, and you can read it. Aunt Marge, you can call, of course, whatever you want. I just threw that in there because I don't know why, but that's the name that popped in. So it's Aunt Marge, this is Cindy. Of course, you're using your name. I do have a couple minutes because I need to ask you a simple favor. I recently started a new business with a company called Beachbody, and at that point you throw in your own quick testimony about why you love Beachbody. And you can talk about your weight loss or whatever you love about Beachbody, or you can talk about, you may have seen them on television. They sell in-home fitness programs like P90X and Turbo Jam and Insanity and Asylum and all these other great programs, 21-Day Fix, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to put in there, it's your thing. You got to make this your script. And then you go, anyway, they have this awesome meal replacement shake called Shakeology. It provides you with all the healthy nutrients your body needs for the entire day, and it tastes really, really good, and you can toss in a Shakeology benefit at that point about what it's done for you or what it's done for another coach or another customer on your team. And here again, make this yours. You want to sound like a robot. You just want to make this your script that you're talking to your friend, this important person in your life. So anyway, I'm trying really hard to reach my goal for the month, and you can state your goal. What is your goal? Is to hit, because I will show you how you can get success club points with this. But so whatever your goal is, you want to state that goal to them and say that, this month, so in July, I really want to hit Success Club 5. It'd be really important for me. So I was wondering if you would do me a huge favor and try Shakeology one time for the next 30 days. It's only $129, and if you don't like it after 30 days, I can get you all of your money back. No questions asked, even if you use the entire bag up. This would really mean a lot to me if you would really help me out this one time. It comes in 3 great flavors, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Which one would you like, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say to kind of close that out. So that's the partial, what the heck, I'll go to webinar. Oh, there's. So that's what we're doing here. So if you see what we're getting at is we're not trying to sell them something per se. You're trying to get them to help you out to do you a favor. And that's the big difference with what we got with what this program or this system do. So on average, when talking to Luis and Steve, they got anywhere, and they were selling pain patches, which to me would be a lot tougher sell unless you're somebody that's in pain. We know that there's more people that could use Shakeology and have obesity problems and things like that. So on average, you should get anywhere from 50 to 75% of your future customers to try and buy Shakeology from you one time in just the next 7 days with that list of 20 that you hopefully just made. So think about this. Hopefully you've made this list. That's how simple it is, because you just thought of 15 to 20 people or so that would do anything for them, and you would do anything for them, and they would do anything for you. Now, you just got to make a simple phone call, but not being all nervous and scared about trying to explain the shake and what it does, because you're asking for a favor. You're asking for a huge favor. You're asking them to help you out. So I want you to, imagine this is reversed on you, and they were, somebody's asking the same thing of you. So you touch base with them. Make sure that you do touch base with them before the 30-day refund time is over, and ask them what they like best about Shakeology. And that's important, because you call them up and you go, what do you think? No, you don't want to say that, because they go, oh, I didn't use it. I didn't like it. If you ask them what they like best about it, hopefully they'll tell you something they liked. And then at that point, you can say, hey, well, if you loved it, let's get you on, get on Home Direct with Shakeology then. And that starts, within sometime, you could get them within the month, because you could call them, 3 weeks into it and ask them how it's going. If they love it, they may have contacted you already. You may want to make sure you send out an email to them once or twice, 3 times a week saying, hey, I hope you love Shakeology. Drop a phone call, leave a voicemail for them to stay in touch with them, making sure they're trying the shake over the next 30 days, and then get in touch with them and ask them what they like best. So hopefully that you can then get some people on Shakeology. So now what happened is you have done this in 7 days. You knocked it out. You gutted it out. You blew it out of the water. Instead of dragging this on for 30 days, or I'm going to call one person a day for the next 12 months, and and not get anywhere. You're going to knock this thing out, because speed of the leader is speed of the pack. And so if you do this, then your team will do the same thing, because we're about duplication, and this is duplicatable. Okay, so that's what's important about this. This is duplicatable for you, because think about this. If you do it, then when you sign people up, and I'm going to show how that works and how and why these people you're going to get people that want to get fired up about wanting to join this business with you. So think about this now. So 7 days. Imagine your new coach does this for 7 days. You do this for the next 7 days at $32.49 per sale Shakeology profit from you, from the difference between your wholesale cost and the retail cost. If you get 50 to 75% of those 20 people, you're going to put between $324 and almost $500 in your pocket in 7 days. Think about that. This time next week, you could have $300 to $500 in your pocket. Well, not actually in your pocket unless you actually do the retail sale, but I mean, depending on how you get paid. But you will have generated $300 to $500 worth of income in 7 days instead of, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months. I don't know how long everybody takes to make their first $300 to $500. Some people will never make it. Now think about not just you doing this, but you put this system in place with your team. I'm going to show you how you can get a team, because this is obviously we're just talking about Shakeology. So this is the key to how the systems work. So the money is nice, right? $300 to $500 in 7 days. That's pretty darn good. Lots of people could use $300 to $500 in the next 7 days, this time next week. But you just did something much, much bigger, and you created the most powerful story imaginable. And that's the key, the whole key to the system, because now you have a story to tell. Right now, if you've been kind of just bumbling along or onesie-twosying it, or you drop in and out of Emerald, you don't have a real story that gets people excited. But facts tell, meaning, if you just tell facts about, oh, Shakeology is this and blah, 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 and this is business, da, 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 that tells. But stories are what get people fired up. A story that you just made $300 to $500 in 7 days. Not in 30 days, but in 7 days. You could do this in 3 days. There's people that have done this in 3 days. So think about that. I really want you to let that sink in a little bit. You've now created a story that gets people excited, because people always think, oh, now you're in those network marketing things. Nobody ever makes any money in those things. Some of you are struggling and not making any money in these things, and some of you might be doing pretty well. Though some of your teammates maybe aren't doing very well. In this system, you could share this with them, and they will be able to then implement this thing a little, because it's not rocket science. We're not asking them to make a list of 200 people. We're not asking them to start calling a bunch of people. We're asking you to get people to do you a huge favor for you, and getting a different list of people together. So now for the rest of your career on Beachbody, you're going to do one of two things. You can go out and do this all over again, meaning if you got 20 more people that are really close friends that might do you a favor and buy Shakeology from you one time, or you can go out and you can now get your regular contacts list going, and now you start telling your story. That's it. Now you got something exciting to tell somebody. You can call them up and go, oh my God, I am so excited, I got to share this with you. I just joined this company called Beachbody, and I was struggling with it, but then all of a sudden we implemented this new system, and in 7 days I made whatever your money was, $300. I made $400. I made $250. I don't know. So think about that, how powerful that is, and then you tell that story for the rest of your life over and over and over again. So think about how many people you know would like to start a business for a couple $100 if they buy a challenge pack or something like that, or they just buy Shakeology or whatever. But they could pay off their investment. You can literally show them now a simple system where I can show you how to join my Team Beachbody business, and in 7 days, if you do exactly what I tell you, I can show you how you can put $300 to $500 in your pocket, $200 to $500, $200 to $400, whatever you want to say that you're comfortable with. Because just about anyone that does this can put $200 to $500 in money from selling Shakeology. This doesn't get into if you want to do this with challenge packs or some of the other products that we have. It's really up to you, but of course Shakeology is kind of the mainstay that you should really be focusing on. So if you already did your contact list that we did our 2-minute drill on, you're partially done with this training. Now it's simply a matter of you go out between tonight and you make 20 phone calls to your closest people in your life, not to acquaintances, not to your buddy from high school that you haven't seen in 20 years. 20 calls asking some of these close friends of yours or relatives or family to do you a huge favor. So my question to you is, are you in or are you in? So here's the other thing with that. So let's say you're going to, and you'll get this, you're going to get somebody that's going to go, well, I really $120, $130. It's pretty tough for us right now. We just had this happen, whatever it is. And you go, okay, that's fine, I get it. I understand that. You don't pressure people. But now, because you just made $200 to $500, whatever that number is, $300 to $500, you can go back to those people, because obviously if they don't have $130 to buy Shakeology from you, that means they're in kind of a financial strait and they need some help financially. Now, because of your story, because of the other people that did buy Shakeology from you, you go back to that person that could not afford the $130 for Shakeology, and you can now say, hey, remember that thing I asked you to do me a huge favor on? Well, I just made $300 in 7 days getting some people to buy this amazing shake that we have. I can teach you how to do the same thing if you want, and then get them into the business opportunity, get them on a 3-way call with Karen, get them on, however you're building the business. Because remember, you've now got that story, and you're just going to tell this over and over and over again. That's what we do in network marketing. We call it mastering the mundane, and it's a beautiful thing. So that's kind of my presentation for everybody. So real quick, think about it. Some of you have been on Beachbody for a while. So is what you're doing now going to get you where you want to be? And you only get something different by doing something different. And this is different. So you probably haven't seen this. You may have done something like this, like talking to family, friends, and close people, but you haven't maybe done it with a little bit more emphasis on, hey, do me a huge favor type of thing. So that's the presentation. I'm going to see if we have any questions, and then I'll turn it back over to Karen. This question thing. I do. Yes, we don't. No, that one. So Robin's got a question that we can probably, not quite understanding it, but we can, I'll share it with you, Karen. You can get back with her. So with that, I'm going to close it out. Like I said, a short presentation, a little bit less than 30 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's going to help you with your business. Karen, thanks a lot for having me do the presentation. I really appreciate it, connecting with your team and everything, and I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, Blake. That was awesome. This is going to be good. So everybody that's on the call, that's on my team, I know there's a couple people who are not on my team that are on this call. If you're on my team, there will be a post in the group, and everybody that is committed to doing this, we're going to keep each other accountable, because I'm doing it too. I made my list of 22 people in the 2-minute time frame that we got, and if I sat and thought about it, I could probably write down some more, but this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to put a post up in group, so connect with me in the group. And Robin, I can't see what your question is, so just shoot it to me in the group or via messages, and I'll take care of that for you. Okay, so that's it. Yep, that's all I got. So everyone have a good night, and we'll talk to you in group in about 2 minutes.